I think the Cincinnati Reds have one of the better Hall of Fame museums around baseball. I've been there a couple of times. I've been there when I was at Riverfront Stadium and also now at the Great American Ballpark. It is a place that pays homage to all the great Reds players in the past, including broadcasters, executives, and managers. They induct new members every other year. In 2018, Adam Dunn got in there and Dave Bristol, a manager. There was one other induction, escapes my mind. Marty Brennaman is due to be inducted in 2020, and he is their broadcaster. If you're in Cincinnati, I highly recommend that you go visit their Hall of Fame and museum. And why don't we take a look around and see a little bit about what's inside.
A great deal of player memorabilia can be found in the Hall of Fame for the Reds, including life-size statues of Johnny Vandermeer, Ted Kluszewski, Johnny Bench, and Barry Larkin. Maybe Vandermeer is completing his second consecutive no-hitter. We can see the sleeveless appearance of Ted Kluszewski. The Hall of Fame includes their World Championship trophies from 1919 and 75, 76, and 1990 as well. If baseball resumes in 2020, I think they're going to be a better team. There are many jerseys included in the Hall of Fame. I have always liked the sleeveless look of the Cincinnati Reds uniforms, like their white top caps as well. Smokey Burgess was inducted into the Cincinnati Reds Hall of Fame in 1975. And today, when we watch the 75 Reds take on the 2008 Philadelphia Phillies, we're going to see Hall of Famers Johnny Bench, Joe Morgan, Tony Perez, managed by Hall of Famer Sparky Anderson. Game is the 2008 Philadelphia Phillies at the 1975 Cincinnati Reds. Here's the Phillies starting lineup. Rollins at shortstop, Victorino in right field, Utley at second base, Howard at first base, Worth is in center field, Burrell in left field, Feliz third base, Ruiz catcher, and lefty Paul Hamels, make that Cole Hamels, is on the mound. And for the 75 Reds, Pete Rose at third base, Ken Griffey at right field, Morgan's at second base, Bench catcher, Perez first base, Foster center field, Merv Rettenman left field, Concepcion is the shortstop, and Don Gullett is the pitcher, another left-hander. Thanks for watching Apba Baseball Classic. We're ready to begin. Let's play ball. Don Gullett toes the rubber, and J-Roll Rollins steps in the box for Philadelphia. Here's the pitch. 1-2 is a ground ball to Joe Morgan at second base for the first out. The Cincinnati Reds are fielding column 1. The Phillies are fielding column 2. Shane Victorino steps in for Philadelphia. 64 is going to be a strike 3, 2 outs. And now we have Chase Utley. There's the pitch to Utley. 31 is a 9 against an A. That's going to be a ground out to the shortstop Concepcion. So the Philadelphia Phillies are pushed aside 1, 2, 3 in the top of the first. We go to the bottom of the first. Cincinnati coming to bat. Cole Hamels, a very stylish Philadelphia Phillies pitcher, toes the rubber, throws from the left side. We're using basic Apba except for in steals. I used the master symbol since we have both the ratings. Pete Rose steps in the box, the all-time hits leader. 22 is going to be a hit for Pete Rose. And he is on first. He's a rated fast. Ken Griffey Sr. steps in the box. 1-6 is a 28. Fielding column 2 is going to be a ground ball to the shortstop, Rollins, and Rose will go to second. One down for the Reds. Here is Joe Morgan. That's a 14, and the asterisk means he could steal. He's not on base yet. It's 2 balls, no strikes. Hamels has the Z modifier, and he won't be able to steal if there's a runner blocking ahead of him. Here's a pitch to Morgan. The 34 is going to be a fly ball to center field, and that's caught by Jason Worth. 2 away. Here is Johnny Bench. 63 is a 30. That's a fly out to left field. Pat Burrell's under it, makes the catch. We go to the top of the second inning. Reds and Phillies have no score. Ryan Howard steps in the box for Philadelphia in the top of the second. 48 home runs in the 08 season. 65, one number away from that home run, but it's a pop out to Johnny Bench. 1 away. Jason Worth rolls a 21. That's a strikeout for Worth, and that's Gullett's second. Don Gullett is a fastball strikeout pitcher. Pat Burrell steps in the box. 16 is a ground out to the shortstop, Concepcion. You go to the bottom of the second, still no score. During the broadcast, you might hear some voices in the background. My wife is working from home. We're in different rooms, but occasionally it gets a little loud. I don't know if you can hear them or not, but here is Tony Perez leading off the second inning for Cincinnati. 32 is a 26. That's going to be a ground out to the second baseman, Chase Utley. 1 away. George Foster steps in the box. He had a 300 hitting season in 1975. Later had a season where he had over 50 home runs. Base hit for Foster. It's the Reds' second hit. He'll be at first with speed. Merv Rettenman steps in. Sorry, pitch to Merv Rettenman. 33 is going to be a hit for Rettenman, I believe. B pitcher, runner on first. So that's a single to right field, and Foster goes to third. First and third, and only 1 out. Phillies are going to play the infield back, try to get a double play if they pitch to Concepcion. 279, 274 hitter. The penalty for not pitching to Concepcion means if Gullett strikes out, you got to face the all-time hit leader, Rose, with the bases loaded. So we'll pitch to Concepcion. Here's the pitch to Concepcion. 62 is a 26. Runners on first and third. Feeling column 2. That's going to be a double play, 4-6-3 double play. So Cole Hamels rolls one up, gets out of trouble. We go to the top of the third. 0-0. Don Gullett has the bottom of the Phillies order here in the third. Pedro Feliz leads off for the Phillies, and that's a strikeout, Gullett's third strikeout. Carlos Ruiz, the catcher. 34 is a fly ball to center field. That's 2 down. And now Cole Hamels will hit. 31 is a 23. That's going to be a error on the left fielder. Let's see, wait a minute. That's correct. Error on Rettenman. And that's the Phillies' first base runner. Average speed of first. James Rollins is the hitter. Pitch to Jimmy Rollins is a 41. That's going to be a ground out to the shortstop, Concepcion. 6-3. We go to the bottom of the third. Still no score. Don Gullett will lead off the bottom of the third for Cincinnati. The Reds have had runners at as far as second base twice, but nothing more. Here's the pitch to Don Gullett. 26 is a strikeout. Now Pete Rose singled his first time up. 33 is going to be a hit column roll for Pete Rose. And 15 is a double. 2 for 2. One down, and Ken Griffey steps in the box. 25 is a 8 against a B. That's going to be a ground out to the pitcher, Hamels. But Rose will go to third. 2 down. Joe Morgan steps in the box. Got 2 great second basemen in this game, Joe Morgan and Chase Utley. Here's the pitch to Morgan. 22 is a 8. And that is a fly out to right field. Shane Victorino has it measured, makes the catch, and we go to the fourth. Nobody scored. All right, Shane Victorino leads off for the Phillies. 26 is a 27. That's going to be a ground out to third base, I believe. Yes, 5-3. Chase Utley. 52 is a 27. Also a ground out to Pete Rose at third base. And here is Ryan Howard. 65 is a pop out to Johnny Bench behind the plate. He sheds the mask, tracks it back to the fence, and makes the catch. Here we go to the bottom of the fourth. Phillies nothing, Reds nothing. Johnny Bench leads off the fourth for Cincinnati. 31 is a base hit for Johnny Bench. That's the 5th hit for the Reds. Nobody out. Average speed at first. Tony Perez. 25 is going to be a 4-6-3 double play. That's the second double play that the Phillies have turned. And now there's 2 outs to George Foster. 65 is a pop out to Ruiz, the catcher. That closes out the 4th inning. We go to the 5th inning, still no score. Jason Worth leads off for the Phillies. I believe he came up in the Dodgers system. Here's the pitch to Worth. 64 is a strikeout. 4 strikeouts for Don Gullett. And the Phillies are still looking for their first hit. They had a man reached by air. But that is it. Pat Burrell, 36, is a, let's see, that's a Y. That's going to be the strikeout. Pedro Feliz. 46, and it is a ground out to third, 5-3. We're at the bottom of the 5th. Still no score. Both pitchers are looking strong. They could be here for the duration. Here's the pitch to Merv Rettenman. 43 is a ground ball back to Hamels. 1-3, 1 down. Reds have had more base runners, but Hamels has been helped by 2 double plays. Dave Concepcion, 45, is going to be a base on balls. That's the first walk surrendered by Cole Hamels. Concepcion's a fast runner at first. And here's the pitcher, Don Gullett. Gullett will square around in sacrifice. 34 is a 31. That's going to be a first base to second base covering first, sacrifice. And Concepcion goes to third with 2 outs for Pete Rose. Pete Rose is 2 for 2. I'm not sure I want to pitch to him. But don't want to put extra runners on base in a tight ball game either. Here's the pitch to Pete Rose. 56 is going to be a base on balls. That's a walk. Pete Rose hustles down to first base. Reds have first and second with 2 outs. And now Ken Griffey. Griffey is 0 for 2, rolled out the short and struck out. Cole Hamels working from the stretch. There's the stretch and the pitch. 23 is a 12. That's going to be a ground ball to shortstop. And he goes a short way, 6-4, to close out the 5th inning with no damage. We go to the top of the 6th inning. It is Philadelphia 0, Cincinnati 0. Cole Hamels has been getting a lot of ground balls when he's been in trouble, and that has worked to his advantage. Don Gullett toes the rubber here in the 6th inning. Carlos Ruiz leads off for Philadelphia. 64 is a 38. That's a ball. Don Gullett has not walked anybody as yet. 43 is a ground ball back to Gullett. He makes the play, and there's one down. Here's the pitcher, Cole Hamels. 1-3 is a 21. That's a base hit down the right field line. The first hit by anybody in a Phillies uniform comes from the pitcher. He has been on twice, reached by an error. Average speed of first, Jimmy Rollins comes to bat. Don Gullett pitching from the stretch for the first time in this game. Here's the pitch. 52 is a 27. That is going to be a 5-4-3 double play. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Still no score. Cole Hamels goes back on the mound to pitch the bottom of the 6th inning. He has been everything for the Phillies. He's not allowed any runs, and he has their only hit. Joe Morgan leads off for the Reds. 44 is a fly ball to center field, caught by Jason Worth, one away. Here's Johnny Bench. 61 is a 36, ball one. 15 is going to be a single to center field. Solid line drive center for Johnny Bench. He is 2 for 3. He'll be at first base with one down. Here is Tony Perez. 54 is a fly ball to right field. Runner holds. 2 down. And now George Foster. 31 is a 9 against the B. That's going to be an infield hit for George Foster. 2 hits in the inning, first and second with 2 away. Nobody has reached third base, I don't think, yet. No, there is. Foster got to third in the second. They had a first and third situation, and Rose got to third after he doubled in the third. So Hamels has pitched in a little bit of trouble, but he's yet to be chinked. Here's the pitch to Merv Ritton. 1-5 is going to be a 10 result against a B pitcher that is first and second. Out at first, pitcher to first base. And there goes Hamels again, inducing another ground ball when he gets in trouble. We go to the top of the 7th inning. Phillies nothing, and the Reds nothing. Shane Victorino will lead off the Cincinnati 7th, or Philadelphia 7th inning. He has speed to steal if he gets on base. Here's the pitch to Victorino. 52 is a ground ball to third base. Pete Rose is up with it and makes the throw to first. One down. Here's Chase Utley. 31 is a ground out to Concepcion at shortstop. 2 away. Ryan Howard. 61 is a 37. That's going to be strike one. 56 is a swing and a miss for strike 3. Down go the Phillies, 1, 2, 3 in the 7th. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning, no score. Both starting pitchers have a death grip on the opposing offenses. But if this comes down to a bullpen game, both teams have very good bullpens. I would rate the Phillies slightly better. Here is Concepcion leading off the Reds half of the seventh inning. 1-2 is the roll. That's going to be a ground out to, that's an X, that's going to be a strikeout. And that's only the second strikeout by Cole Hamels. Don Gullett comes to bat. He was the other strikeout. 36 is a 33. That's going to be a pop out to the second baseman, Chase Utley. 2 outs. Top of the order in Pete Rose, who is 2 for 2 with a walk. 1-5 is going to be at 8. It's a fly ball to center field. That's caught. The Reds are out 1-2-3. We go to the 8th. No score. Jason Worth has not yet figured out Don Gullett. He has struck out twice. He leads off the 8th inning for Philadelphia. 42 is a swing and miss for strike 3. And Worth may be wearing the golden sombrero here in this game. Here is the pitch to Burrow. 22 is a double for Pat Burrow. It's only the second hit for Philadelphia and the first runner to reach scoring position. He is a slow runner. All right, runs are going to be at a premium in this game. The Phillies call timeout, and they're going to send out a pinch runner for Pat Burrow. He is So Taguchi, fast runner. Taguchi will stay in the game and play left field. Here is the next batter, Pedro Feliz. 41 is a 24. It's a pop out to Concepcion. It's 2 away. Carlos Ruiz will be intentionally passed to pitch to the pitcher, Hamels. Cole Hamels, with the last batter, just reached his point of fatigue. He has to have 3 bad things happen to him, home rules, before the grade's reduced. Don Gullett is in his inning or is past his point of fatigue also, and he has had 2 bad things happen to him, so 1 more, and his grade reduces to a B. Do we send up Cole Hamels? I say we do. There's the pitch to Cole Hamels. 1-5 is a 8 with runners on first and second. That's going to be a ground out to third base. 5-3. Ends the 8th inning. We go to the top of the 8th. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Phillies nothing, and the Redlegs nothing. Ken Griffey leads off the 8th for Cincinnati. Cole Hamels is back out to pitch the 8th. 1-6 is a ground out to the shortstop, Jimmy Rollins, 6-3. 1 away, and Griffey is 0 for 4 today. Joe Morgan steps in. Swings from the left side. He has flied out 3 times. 46 is a ground ball back to Cole Hamels. 2 outs. And now Johnny Bench, who singled his last time up. He's 2 for 3. There's a pitch to Johnny Bench. 1-4 is going to be a fly ball to So Taguchi in left. Makes the catch. We're going to go to the 9th. No score. Okay, Don Gullett comes out to pitch the 9th inning. Warming in the bullpen is Clay Carroll and Will McEnany. And leading off for the Phillies at the top of their order, Jimmy Rollins. Here's the pitch to Jimmy Rollins. 1-6 is going to be a ground out to Concepcion. 1 man retired. Here is Shane, the Flying Hawaiian, Victorino. 53 is a 17 fielding call on 1. It's a fly ball to right field. Ken Griffey is under it after a long run and makes a catch. Chase Utley, 2 outs in the 9th. 42 is a 22. That's going to be a ground ball to first base, fielded by Perez, and flips to the pitcher Gullett for the third out in the top of the ninth. We go to the bottom of the ninth inning. Phillies nothing, Reds nothing. All right, Cole Hamels will be given the same opportunity that Don Gullett has. He's back out there taking his warm-up tosses. Tony Perez will lead off the bottom of the ninth for Cincinnati. 22 is going to be a single for Tony Perez. A slow runner. All right, Cincinnati will bring in a pitch runner. That is Dan Dreesen, who is rated fast. He'll stay in the game and play first base if it goes to extras. George Foster is on. Let's check. Dreesen's steal rating is E30. That's not too bad. Okay, the E says he's not able to steal till there's 2 outs. 1 run tied or +1 after the 6th inning. No, after the 6th inning, any outs. So he could go at any time. And Hamels moved to first is 0. Ruiz is arm is 30. Throwing is -2. That favors the base runner Dreesen, so that makes him a 32. So, 11 through 62, he's going to be safe. You will definitely take those odds. Here he goes. Here's the throw. 42, he is safe. Dan Dreesen is on second base with a stolen base and nobody out. All right, George Foster is going to square around and bunt. 42 is a 40 out of first base to second base, sacrifice, 3 to 4 at first base. Runner goes to third. He'll be at third with 1 down. Here is Merv Rettenman. The Phillies are going to call time. Okay, the Phillies are going to call time. They're going to take out Cole Hamels, who pitched beautifully today. But they're going to bring in their closer, Brad Lidge, an AC pitcher with K strikeout rating, W on control. Merv Rettenman's the hitter. He is 1 for 3 on the day. Infield is playing in for the Phillies with the runner on third. Here's the pitch. 63 is a fly ball to center field. And that is going to be deep enough to score the run. Perez scores on the sacrifice fly to center field, and the Reds win 1-0 in the ninth. We'll be back with a wrap-up. All right, the Big Red Machine takes Game 1 in this best-of-3 series. Philadelphia Phillies scored no runs on 1 hit and no errors. The Cincinnati Reds scored 1 run on 8 hits and 1 error. The winning pitcher was Don Gullett, who pitched a complete game, gave up only 1 hit and 1 walk, and struck out 7. The losing pitcher, hard luck loser, was Cole Hamels, 8 1/3 innings pitched, 1 earned run, 8 hits, 2 strikeouts, and 2 walks. A little bit controversial to take him out of the game with 1 out and runner on third. Whenever he needed it, when runners got in the scoring position, just about every time, Hamels was able to induce a ground ball. They brought in the AC reliever, Brad Lidge, and it didn't work out too well as he gave up a fly ball. The Reds take Game 1. The star of the game, of course, is Don Gullett, 24-year-old hard-throwing left-hander for the Reds, one of the hardest throwers in the National League. Hope you enjoyed this game. If you did so, hit the subscribe button and the like button, and tune in tomorrow for Game 2 of this series between the Phillies and the Reds in the All-Time Greats tournament. Good day and God bless.